pulled me back down and didn't touch me.
How did that make you feel when your friend helped you, Kyler?
Good.
Good. Kaylee, when has a friend helped you?
When I fall.
When you fell?
When I actually got one idea for.
How did it make you feel when she helped you?
Feel better.
Feel better? Okay, Alyssa, how did it make you feel when a friend has helped you?
When my brother helped me clean off my room.
How did that make you feel?
Happy.
Happy. Okay, now I want us to look at the cover of this book. Can anyone raise their hand to tell me what this animal is? Kinsley.
It's a hedgehog.
A hedgehog.
It looks like a stump.
Okay, well today, the story that we will be reading is about a hedgehog and how the hedgehog needed help from several of her friends. And there are two words that we are going to look for today in our reading. One of them is scurrying. Can you say that word with me?
Scurrying.
And the other is gurgled. Gurgled. Can you say gurgled?
Gurgled.
Can you say scurrying?
Scurrying.
And then while I'm reading, I want you to make predictions who you think is going to help the hedgehog. And we're going to listen for these two words, and we're going to stop and talk about them, okay? So we're reading apple trouble. Hedgehog had just finished building her winter nest under the old apple tree. Not too large and not too small. Just right for a nice long winter sleep. Suddenly, a juicy red apple landed on her back. Ouch! Squeaked Hedgehog. She curled into a spinny ball, hoping it would fall off. But when she uncurled, the juicy red apple was still there. Hedgehog tried to squeeze herself and the apple into the beautiful new nest. But could she get in? No, she could not. Not with the apple on her back. The nest was too small. Oh dear. So what happened to the hedgehog? Can you raise your hand and tell me? DJ, what happened to the hedgehog?
The apple fell on her back.
On her back.
He's a girl.
It is a girl.
Where's the boy at?
We will get there. Squirrel, scurrying past with an armful of brown nuts, stopped to help. What do you think scurrying might mean? If we look at the picture, the squirrel has an armful of nuts, and it said that she stopped to help. So if she stopped, then that means that she was doing something before, right?
The help body.
To help her? You think she's going to be the one to help her? We will find out. But scurrying means to move quickly. So I'm going to write under our word, to move quickly. Can you say that with me? Scurrying. To move quickly. Scurrying. To move quickly. So does that mean that she's walking? No. What does that mean? What could she have been doing, Godwin?
Trying to get the apple off her back.
Well, not yet. Remember, the squirrel had her handful of acorns, so she was trying to hurry. She was moving quickly because she wanted to go hide her nuts somewhere. Okay, it says, stand still. I'll push the apple off, he said. Do you think that if he pushes the apple, you think it's going to come off?
No. He's the boy.
Yes. And he pushed, and he struggled, and he heaved, and he tugged. But the juicy red apple stayed where it was. Worse still, 3 of Squirrel's brown nuts got caught in Hedgehog's spines. So So now she had a juicy red apple and 3 brown nuts on her back. So now what does the hedgehog have on her back? Matthew, what else? What does the hedgehog have on her back? What did the squirrel have?
Nuts.
Nuts. And then what did the hedgehog have to begin with? What fell on her? An apple.
And the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Papa don't help.
Hedgehog threw herself on the ground. Her little legs paddled in the air as she twisted and wriggled and rolled.
It's going to come off.
Has it all gone? She asked hopefully, scrabbling to her feet. Pig shook his head no. The juicy red apple and the 3 brown nuts were still there. So were a small green pear and a crumpled brown leaf. Oh dear, sighed Hedgehog, rolling her eyes. So now does Hedgehog have more stuff stuck on her back?
Yeah. It's an apple.
An apple? What is another thing stuck on her back, DJ?
Nuts.
Nuts. Channing, what's something else that the hedgehog has on her back?
A leaf.
A leaf? Juliana. What is this big green? What is it? Remember, it was a small green pear. You need to telephone Kyler?
It's a pig.
It's a pear. Okay. But up in the sky, sailing towards Hedgehog, she saw a colorful piece of paper. Oh no, she cried. This way and that she ran, as fast as she could. This way and that drifted the paper. Where does the paper look like it's going to go?
On her.
On her? We'll see. And landed right on her back, between the apple and the 3 brown nuts. It's not fair, cried Hedgehog, who now had a juicy red apple, 3 brown nuts, a small green pear, a crumpled brown leaf, and a colorful piece of paper on her back. I'll never get into my nest. Hedgehog pattered to the pond and gazed at her reflection in the water. Hello, Hedgehog. That's a lot of stuff on your back, croaked Frog. I'm trying to get rid of it, sniffed Hedgehog. Dive, said Frog. That will wash it off. Do you think it's going to wash all of that off of her back?
No.
We'll see. Hedgehog dipped a foot in the murky water, then dived. Splash! Her friends watched Hedgehog bobbing up and down. The juicy red apple, the 3 brown nuts, the small green pear, the crumpled brown leaf, and the colorful piece of paper were all still there. So was a pink water lily. Uh-oh. So now she has a water lily. Go, 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 gurgled Hedgehog as the others heaved her out of the water. She did look funny. Okay, so now, I believe we said one of the words from the beginning. Gurgled. Can you say that with me?
Gurgle.
What do you think? What clues can help us identify what gurgling means? Can we look at the picture? Yes? What do you think she would be gurgling? Could it be the water?
Yeah.
Yes? Because what is the hedgehog doing? Gurgling?
I know what gurgling means.
What does it mean?
It means you're gurgling some water and some joy.
You can gurgle that way. Can everybody make me a gurgling sound? Because we're going to read it. Okay. So gurgled. Make a bubbling sound. Can you say that with me? Make a bubbling sound. Kyler. But Hedgehog did not find it funny. Stop laughing, she spluttered, and stamped her feet on the ground. Where am I going to sleep? Pig and Squirrel looked worried. So did Frog. I do have one last idea, Oink Pig. Squeeze through that hedge over there. That'll brush everything off. Do you think if she goes through here, it's going to brush everything off?
Yes.
Ooh. So Hedgehog closed her eyes and squeezed herself through the thick leaves, but did it get everything off her back?
No.
No, it did not. It was all still there. So were 4 ripe blackberries. And there, staring at her with a look of great surprise, stood Goat. How do you think the goat might help the hedgehog? Think. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Samantha, what can the goat do to help the hedgehog? You think he's going to eat just the food? Okay. Does anybody else think anything different? Raise your hand. Kyler.
The goat is going to eat all the stuff off of
You think he's going to eat?
Except the leaf.
Except the leaf. Ooh, cried Goat. You've brought lunch. Help yourself, said Hedgehog. Take it all.